Hey guys, Colby here, obviously. I just want to, real quick, up at the front, apologize for the horrendous audio in this episode. Not exactly sure how it happened, but I'm trying to fix it. I'm going to have to blame Blue, the company that makes the mics that we use, because they use the same digital thumbprint, if you will, for every mic they produce. Well, at least the same model of a mic. So a computer will recognize it as the same device and it'll only accept one input. So yeah, my laptop won't accept using both, and so I have to use a Windows laptop that is trash. So hopefully in the future we'll be able to fix this. Fingers crossed. And eventually, well, I might end up getting a different mic. Or this is a whole thing, man. So yeah, sorry. I understand if you guys don't want to listen to this one. I don't expect you to. It's not amazing, even if the audio was crisp.
Welcome back to the Not Quite Millennials
Podcast. We're not doing. Okay, so Bailey's gonna lean down and actually talk into his mic. There's some echo in here, and I can already tell.
Ooh, look out for that little robot. Get it? Like Earth to Echo.
I'm pretty sure Michael Bay directed that. Turkey-sized dinosaur roamed Australia. That's a fun fact. Okay, so today, Bailey, what will we be talking about?
Today, well, did you pick which ones you wanted to do?
Just all of them, it's fine.
Oh, my arm just cracked. Today, we will be talking about pet costumes and our opinions on them.
Oh boy, okay.
Unpopular opinions. A good little segue. What movies we're most looking forward to.
Of 2018.
And what our careers will be in the future.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do our inaugural listener question
Inaugural
of the week.
Okay. So could you give us the social media? We're going to say it 2 times an episode now.
Yes.
And Bailey's going to start actually social mediaing.
We are Not Quite Millennials on Instagram, which is where you can find episode updates and links. And we are on YouTube, also Not Quite Millennials.
That is how you are listening to that.
That is very true. We're on Twitter, but apparently no one else is, so...
Twitter's for old people.
And we are on Patreon for as long as Patreon is still a thing.
Is there...
A lot of problems, but...
Oh, well, they went back on that, really bad thing.
It's too late
to apologize. I said it's too late. Thank you. Okay, so what is our... Oh, well, how have you been, Bailey?
Dandy.
I've been lying, and together we are Dandelion.
But
oh my god, there's a lot of movies. Stop. There's a lot of movies coming out in 2018. What's our first question?
Year.
Pet costumes?
Yes. How do you feel about pet costumes?
Oh, wait. No.
Oh.
First of all, I don't, but I'll have to come up with an opinion on them.
I like them.
And
I think...
You're wrong.
I don't think people should hate them. I don't get it. Just let people have fun with their pets.
I'm more concerned for the pet, but we'll get into that. Podcast news. We could have our podcast news.
Boom, boom.
I really don't need the sound effects.
All right.
If that's what you want to do, you can do that.
Podcast news.
Okay, so the logo, it's coming. It's coming down the pipeline.
At Millie, Reese, Suarez,
yeah.
Christelle.
So I originally kind of wanted, I didn't really know what I wanted our colors to be.
Not Nazi colors.
Not Nazi colors. Well, I would be fine. I'd be content with the Nazi colors if I didn't want the font Futura, which is
so it's the Nazi
font
text
they use.
And the Nazi colors together.
Well, yeah, they started off with a weird Deutschland font, and then they switched to Futura to be we're the future, towards the middle of the war. I watched a whole video on the history of the Futura font.
Oh,
I'm really cool.
it's a great video.
Yeah. So we're gonna have that where it's probably gonna be like a light blue, maybe like a pale teal, like a kind of sky blue, and like a pastel yellow, pastel colors, and then it's gonna have our faces there. I like the way it's coming out.
Yeah, I haven't seen it besides
I haven't seen the faces.
just the name,
Yeah.
the word,
Yeah.
post
Yeah.
changes.
Yeah.
But that'll be fun.
That'll be fun. Hopefully within the next 2 weeks, if our busy gal.
Millie,
Get
come
around
get
to
your
that.
money, money, money.
Okay, thank you, Bailey.
Money, money.
So what else is in the podcast pipeline? We're probably gonna have our first guest.
People really
Very
want
soon.
it.
It's happening.
Not the listeners. The guests really want it.
Well, to be fair, our listeners are also our guests.
Very true.
You are welcome to our clubhouse.
We'll probably actually do it not next week, but
So yeah, turns out I spent 4 hours editing that thing for no reason because I forgot we said we were gonna do a bi-weekly upload schedule, and then I was like, oh no.
that's right. We are doing that.
We're gonna post as much as we can without going insane, and we're gonna be pretty lax about it.
Very true. But whenever we do post, there's a lot of content there.
Yeah.
Listen to a little, come back to it later.
Or don't forget about it. That's the main thing. Because we'll make sure we reference other podcasts in each podcast, so you have to listen to every podcast.
Ooh, we could do a
Them's the rules.
sponsored podcast of the week, but not actually sponsored.
Brought to you by Baby Wipes. Okay, let's talk about YouTuber news.
YouTuber news.
Shane Dawson is not a pedophile.
No.
And we're done.
I saw that.
Yeah, there was some trash hit piece, and then the channel tried to make it look like it was the Paul's lawyer. But whatever. Okay. Oh my god, there's so many movies.
Pet costumes.
Pet costumes. I'm not in favor. I'm okay if it's like a sweater and the cat. I assume it's a cat. It's a dog. It's a what's the breed that Lady is from Lady and the Tramp?
I don't know.
Whatever. She needs a sweater.
What about if it's like, I want to buy my cat a hot dog costume?
No.
Why?
If your dog is not a fan of that hot dog costume, you do not keep it on your dog, your cat, your fish.
What if whatever the animal is, they really like it though?
If you can prove it to me.
Like, my cat really likes to be trapped under laundry baskets. And my dad is always like, what are you doing? Let her out of there. And I'm like, no, she likes it in there. And then he's like, no, you have to let her out. So I lift it up, and then she doesn't leave, which is how I know she likes it, because she cries until I put it back down.
Oh
and then
my
he's
god.
like, just get her out of there. And I'm like, nope, I'm going to keep her in there, because she's happy with being locked in jail.
Okay.
It was actually
That was a pretty specific example.
counteractive, because it used to be like a punishment when she was like 6 months. If she would like scratch stuff, my mom would be like, oh, just put her under a laundry basket.
Just
Like,
crush her to death.
no, with like holes and stuff. But like, then she started liking it.
Oh, you mean an upside down laundry basket?
Yeah, what did you think I meant?
Well, at first I thought you were like, put her under a full laundry basket, and I was like, that would
No,
very much hurt
no.
your cat.
No, an empty upside down laundry basket. Where
And then I was like, oh, maybe he has 3, and there's like 2 on like, and then there's 1 above it. No.
No,
Okay.
she literally just likes to sit under them.
Okay. Well, I guess the official, not quite millennial stance on that is, we don't care.
I like cat costumes and dog costumes.
And I'm in favor of the animals being comfortable.
Yeah. If they look cool, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. If it's a nice warm sweater on a cold winter's night,
If it's a bumblebee costume.
don't.
And that is a segue into...
I don't know what our next segment is. You have the thing.
unpopular opinion.
Oh, unpopular opinions.
I feel
Got
like
one. Give me a second. Just give me a second. Fill this with words.
Well, unpopular opinions are opinions that are popular in terms
Tumblr?
of the general public.
How popular are your unpopular opinions? BuzzFeed quiz. Let's do it. Let's take a BuzzFeed quiz.
Let's take a BuzzFeed quiz.
You actually really love Kim Kardashian and the rest of the Kardashian clan? No, I keep my distance from them, and good reason. I mean,
I like
I'm very
Kourtney.
lukewarm on it. Courtney seems the most relatable,
Yeah.
but she also seems like the one who would be like, whatchamacallit? What am I? She probably is gonna have like a scandal where she's like that porn star that whatchamacallit killed herself after everyone called her homophobic. Did we talk about that on the podcast?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, that happened. But now she's number 1 on Pornhub, so good for her.
Is it good for her?
Well, I mean, she's dead, so no, but
Good for her family.
it's like, I don't think it's Pornhub. You don't get any money from that.
No.
Even
Well.
though I think there's a lot of ads.
Poor her.
Yeah. I keep my distance from them for good reason, sure. 70... Okay, what is happening? You think Friends might possibly be the worst... Okay, that's a no. That's a fat no.
They think Friends is the worst show.
That's wrong.
I disagree.
I could watch all 10 seasons in one sitting. Yeah, the majority says that. Yeah. You think Beyonce... I'm sorry.
Wow.
Beyonce is highly overrated and you never understood the fuss about her. What? More like Beyonce. No.
Boom.
No. I think I'm in the middle. I don't really care about Beyonce all that much. Like, I'm more of a Destiny's Child guy than I am a Beyonce guy, if I'm being honest with myself.
Say my name.
Because it's like Beyonce, but with more.
Yeah.
Even if she is the biggest part of it.
Then she went all like Destiny's Child and left.
The majority of people aren't huge fans of Beyonce.
She just must be overrated nowadays.
Yeah. I think 2005 was really the hit for her.
It was a long
You
time
think
ago.
Harry Styles is the least attractive member of One Direction? I don't know what most of them look like. I know Harry Styles and I know
Harry Styles has the crazy hair.
Zayn.
And I know there's one called Liam because he made a new song.
Harry's overrated. Yeah, 75%. Thank you. You never understood the fandom and obsession behind the Harry Potter series. I understood it. It was like,
I didn't, because I never got on that hype train.
I mean, it was kind of hard to live in the time that we did without being on that hype train, you know?
I did.
Wow.
I
really zoned out, huh?
saw 2 movies on that. That was about it.
Wow, okay. No, I get it. Oh, you think there's nothing wrong with the word moist?
I don't think
I think
that's
it's a
like
good word.
bad word.
I think it's a good word. I like that word.
Crusty, on the other hand, I can't stand that word.
What's wrong with crusty, man?
It just makes me think of like old men's ears. Like, ugh,
Makes me think of Katya's ears.
crusty.
Yeah, she was showing me her ear crust.
Oh.
It was pretty cool, dude. I was jealous. Agreed. Moist has been given a bad reputation for no good reason. You think Comic Sans is perfectly fine? I think Comic Sans is fine. I don't know why people hate it so much. Ali Rete.
I didn't know people hated Comic Sans.
Ali Rete.
Are you more of a Tripoli's or Christie's person?
Tripoli's.
Me too.
I have a heart. I appreciate real Sicilian pizza. Unlike that garbage at Christie's.
Yikes.
You think cats are full of themselves and ruin the internet? I mean, they're contributing in their own way. I'm not here to judge cats. Cats are adorable. I don't want a million. That's the worst thing. You really like... Oh no, I hate Gwyneth Paltrow. I hate her so much.
If you got 1 million cats and you came home, just think at least like 100 of them would be nice and they would run up to you. And they'd be like,
no.
meow.
I could see going to like a... Whatchamacallit?
Cat restaurant? Cat
Yeah,
cafe?
the cat cafe. You think Christina Aguilera was the greater 2000s pop star over Britney? No one thinks that. That's not a competition. That's like a made-up competition.
Britney
like
might have been
Cindy
more 90s.
but like very late 90s. She was big in 2002. I think that was the height of her career. Because it was after she broke up with Justin.
Cry me a river.
Ugh. Ex-Tina clearly had more talent. I mean, she definitely had more talent, but greater isn't like, what way?
Who did you like better?
Like, as a talent, I would say that Christina Aguilera is better, but like, as an actual all-around pop star, I would say Britney was more successful. Baby, I'm not that innocent. Christmas is the most wonderful time of the year. 1989 is a great album. You know?
I'm indifferent to it.
Really?
I like Shake It Off, but
That's not even the best song on there.
Shake It Off. Shake It Off.
I don't think it's pop perfection, but Frozen is your least favorite Disney. Agreed. Justice for Tangled. Tangled was better than Frozen.
I still haven't seen Frozen.
Yeah, we almost watched it in that
And it was like, no,
Barnes and Noble.
can't watch it.
And then the kid changed it. What a trash piece of...
That kid is probably like middle school now.
He's probably like 30 now. You know?
Wife, 2 kids,
A dog.
Ferrari.
1,000,000 cats. Beards are sexy AF. That's what I chose. You think those super soft lockout cookies with an S ton of frosting are actually really disgusting? They're pretty disgusting, man.
I don't know what cookies those are.
I'm gonna turn it around for you.
Oh yeah, I don't like those.
Okay, so we've decided that these are bad. This segment is really not doing much.
No, you want to move
Do you have
on?
any real controversial opinions here? Not this BuzzFeed garbage.
I'm against guns, but we talk
In
about
general?
that. In like public, yeah.
So you're not a fan of like concealed carry?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that there's really okay, so we've talked about this. The Second Amendment was designed to prevent a military overthrow of a government and like oppression of citizens, as has happened in many Middle Eastern countries in the past 50 years. Specifically, Egypt. That's an example.
Mm-hmm.
While Egypt is still progressive amongst Middle Eastern countries, it's not that progressive. But now the military has like drones and atomic weapons.
What's a gun gonna do against those?
Yeah, you're not going to be able to protect your family from that. It's just not going to happen. So I say you shouldn't be allowed to have like assault rifles. You should be able to have nothing more than what like a police officer would carry. So like a .45 pistol.
Mm.
And even then you shouldn't be able to bring it into like schools and stuff.
I feel like
Even if you have a license.
police officers should be above us, though.
No, they should not, because cops shoot you if you got that brown skin color. You know? I don't think the cops should have too much power over us. I mean, I'm white, so I probably don't need to worry about getting shot by a cop for no reason, but cops
Except for that one guy.
Yeah.
That was an awful video.
A 12-year-old kid, huh?
No, the one with like the hotel.
Oh, yeah. That was rough.
Yeah.
Was he drunk or high?
I think they were drunk.
Yeah. That was... That guy, both not the commissioner, the guy in charge and that guy should be put on trial.
Mm-hmm.
And not before a grand jury, before an actual judge.
Take it to the Supreme Court.
What are this is a controversial opinion. It's really not. How do you feel about legalization of marijuana?
I say go for it.
I do too. Legalize it, regulate it a ton.
Mm-hmm.
Tax it so hard, dude.
Make so much money.
Make so much money. Invest it in infrastructure.
And people will just be happy.
And specifically, if we're gonna go, if you need to appeal to the oil-loving Republicans to get the legalization of marijuana through. Give tax cuts or something to like oil companies. If oh my god, you know how quickly oil lobbyists would jump on the legalization of marijuana if it meant tax cuts for oil companies.
That's very sad, but true.
I mean, if we lived in an ideal world, we legalize it, regulate it, tax the crap out of it, and then build infrastructure like windmills and all renewable energy sources, which would create thousands, hundreds, tens of thousands of jobs. I would say hundreds of thousands of jobs over a 50-year period. And Trump says he wants to bring these jobs back. Invest in renewable energy. It's the best thing we can do. We are not going to be a production economy anymore. We're going to be service, and we're going to be an innovative economy. We can't be relying on other countries like natural resources for our needs. We have enough natural resources as it is now, but we're like oil lobbyists are so powerful. Ugh, it bothers me. Sorry. Okay, what's our next segment, Bailey?
About renewable energy. What movies we're most looking forward to?
Okay, I'm gonna read out some lists here. Apparently, there's going to be a The Room remake.
No thanks. Wasn't The Room considered like the worst movie ever?
No, The Room being
The Room from like the early 2000s.
Yeah. Apparently. Just give me a second. That's from. Why won't anyone give me a second?
Oh. Makes sense.
Freak Show. Is that what I think it is? Let's see.
Freak Show. I still haven't seen The Greatest Showman.
Okay, this is what I thought it was. Vanilla Ice. Oh, controversial opinion. Did Vanilla Ice steal Queen's track, or did he just sample it? I think he stole it. That's only because I like Queen much more than I like Vanilla Ice.
I mean, who likes Vanilla Ice more than Queen?
Vanilla Ice. Let's see. Maze Runner Death Cure will be coming out.
No thanks.
Paddington 2.
No
I'm
thanks.
excited. I'm gonna see that probably. I saw the first one in theaters. It wasn't good, but I don't care.
I haven't heard one exciting thing yet.
50 Shades Free. Didn't the last one just come out?
Haven't there already been 3?
No, there's been 2. It's 50 Shades of Grey and then 50 Shades Darker.
Oh.
Because I'm pretty sure the thing just came out. Whatever. We'll be seeing that. Peter Rabbit. Did you see the trailer for that? Yeah, we were in the theater.
Yeah.
Looks bad. I don't want to watch it.
Wow, I thought this would be a good year for movies.
Well, that was only February. I'm going down the list. Okay, the first real good big movie. Black Panther, we're seeing it. I already bought our tickets, Bailey. Yeah. Black Panther review coming down the pipeline February 16th. We're going to record it that night. It's going to be a Thor Ragnarok style review, but we're actually going to review instead of complaining about people in the movie theater. Yay!
Back in those olden days.
Back a month ago. 2 months ago. Tomb Raider. Do you want to see that? No. Pacific Rim Uprising. I didn't see the first one, but
I did not see the first one either.
can we watch God's Not Dead, A Light in Darkness?
No.
I could get my grandma to watch that one.
Could you?
No? Yeah. Paul the Apostle. There's a lot of
Good for the Star for being nominated
it got nominated
for a Golden Globe.
Oh, okay. Well, Golden Globe is trash, so.
No.
So I guess we're not seeing Pacific Rim Uprising. Okay, well, Bailey, this is an audio format, so when you go,
I shrugged.
thank you. Cloverfield 2017, that's gonna get pushed back again.
That hasn't been released.
No. There was 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah.
That was released in 2016.
Oh, maybe that's the one I'm thinking of then.
Yeah. So May 4th. Oh wait, did I just completely skip over all that? Yeah, this isn't a great year. Well, actually, it's going to be. Oh, shiz.
Oh, shit. Your alien just fell down.
It's called a face hugger, and you know what it is. Han Solo is this year.
What a trash movie.
In May. Well, we have to see it. We have to see how much of a garbage fire it's going to be. Star Wars. Lucasfilm, what are you doing? We'll talk about that when we're, before we see it. Maybe what we'll do for reviews from now on is we record a half an hour before, or maybe 20 minutes before, our thoughts of what it's going to be. Maybe 10 minutes. And then, 40 to 40 minutes after of our thoughts and, all that. So, May 4th
sounds reasonable.
Is not Bailey's birthday.
No.
5th?
No.
6th?
No.
3rd?
No.
Okay. Well, someone's going to Facebook to see when Bailey's birthday is. And
It's not like I don't know when yours is. December 12th.
mine is easy to remember because they're two of the same numbers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, are you about to tell me that I'm wrong?
Uh-huh.
Wow, fine. Uh-huh. It's my Bailey impression. Okay, Avengers. It's the 5th. What are you, the 6th? The 7th?
No.
The 8th?
No.
The 9th?
Really, no.
The 10th?
No.
Yeah, the 2nd?
Yeah.
I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Avengers Infinity War. 5-2. That's, not easy to remember.
5202. 5-2 is easy. That's two of the numbers are the same. Boo.
No, it's not. I don't think of
2 and
people's
2.
birthday in their actual year of their birth. You don't go, oh, Colby's birthday is
12/12/01.
Well, you know that's the case because how science works, how time works.
Time is a configuration.
It's a construct. Time doesn't exist. It's just how we move in the universe. Time doesn't exist when we're moving still, but we're never moving still. So, there you go.
Seeing that with Katya?
What?
Are you? Aren't you seeing that with Katya?
No, we're seeing it.
Oh.
What are you talking? I don't go to the movies. Gross, dude.
I thought she said that in bio.
No, she's seeing it with
Oh. Ew.
Well, now, oh my God, call people out. Cause okay, cool. May 18th, Deadpool 2. We're gonna see that. May 18th, Slender Man. We're also gonna see that.
There's too many movies. Slenderman, is that like a documentary? Or
No,
an
it's
actual
not
movie?
about those little girls that killed their friend to appease Slender Man, which that would actually be super interesting.
I watched a documentary on it.
It's actually
and then
really
my parents got really freaked out because they were like, "How do you know what Slenderman is? How do you know about all this internet stuff?" I was like,
old people, man. Solo, a Star Wars story. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. It's gonna be so bad, dude.
I hope it bombs. I really do.
Yeah,
I hope
I
it makes no money.
Well, no, because you know what lesson Disney is gonna take out of that? Oh, well, we shouldn't make these cool anthology films.
But Rogue One did really good.
Thank you, Bailey. We're back.
We're back.
Okay, Solo, a Star Wars story. It's gonna be trash. We've determined this.
Yes.
Rogue One did well. That's what Bailey said.
Yes.
June 15th, Incredibles 2. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry for all the noise. My family is actual trash. Incredibles 2, we're seeing that.
How many movies do you plan on seeing?
I mean, I got a $100 gift card to AMC.
I'm gonna cut you off at like 3.
No.
And then I'm gonna make
a
you
full
choose.
year of movies? Are you okay?
We'll see which movies really are your favorite.
Are you okay, pal? There's 3 Marvel movies a year.
Okay, you don't need to see every one.
Yes,
No, you don't.
It's an interconnected universe, Bailey.
Okay.
You don't need to see any DC movies, do you?
I don't see every DC movie.
But you have.
I haven't.
Which DC movies have you not seen?
Man of Steel. The entire Batman vs Superman.
What do you mean the entire?
Like, I've seen parts of it.
Oh, well, those don't really matter to the universe, considering they're already being like, oh, none of that really matters anyway. Because that was the bad ones. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I'm not going to watch it after, out of principle. Purge, The Island.
There's a new one? Yay.
Is this the 4th one now?
Yeah, it's like the 5th. There's the Purge, the 2nd one. Election year.
I know
Maybe
this.
it is the fourth one.
Yeah.
I feel like there was another one.
Hotel. So we got. Yeah, that's July 4th. Then July 6th, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. We have to see the Marvel movies. We have a podcast, Bailey.
Okay, and
Our podcast reviews movies. Yes, you do. When was the
don't.
last Marvel movie you didn't like?
I don't like Marvel.
No, but when was the last Marvel movie you didn't like?
I don't know.
If you can't name a Marvel movie you didn't like, then you like Marvel.
I don't like Marvel.
If you've liked every part of Marvel, then you like the whole.
I have not liked every part of Marvel.
Then name one part you didn't like, specifically a movie.
The Iron Man movies, except for the first one.
So that was what, 2013 was the last one that came out?
I didn't like
What do you
Thor
mean?
movies. I
You
didn't
liked
like
you
Winter
liked
Soldier.
Ragnarok. Winter Soldier's like the best one.
I didn't like the one
You don't have taste. Okay.
where they go back in time.
That's not a Marvel movie.
What a trash movie that was.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Please don't do that into the mic. Get the water bottle at Bailey. Listeners, I'm about to slap that out of his hand, so you can hold up your own chin. You're a big boy. You got a spine for that. Okay, well, now I'm coming over.
No, don't do that.
Can I borrow that?
No.
I just want to borrow it.
No.
Bailey, I just, there's this thing I need to borrow from you for a second. Don't worry about that from now on. Hey everybody.
You locked my water bottle in water bottle window jail.
I'm the stranger. I'm the hero of this story.
How rude.
The Predator. I'm not gonna see it, but cool. Venom. I don't really want to watch that.
Venom. It's so weird how they're still having movies, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Do you want to see Nutcracker and the Four Realms?
Can't say that I do.
Yeah, I don't care about that at all. What if it turns out to be actually good? Whatever. X-Men Dark Phoenix. I'll see it, but I don't want to.
Game of Thrones ladies in there.
Wiener, 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 wiener. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I can't wait for this movie. Tyler Perry's A Medea Family Funeral.
Yes. I love Tyler Perry movies.
Can we review that on the podcast?
Did you see Boo 2?
No, apparently it was worse than the original.
I like the original.
Backwoods, Georgia. Ooh, that's not going to be racist in any way. What a great thing. Okay, so I feel like we should move on to the next segment. Is this the what do we want to do in life?
Yeah, but I feel like it's run its course. What's our time at?
We're only at 33 minutes here. We're not even, well, I mean, we are halfway.
Wow, we could make them shorter podcasts.
Never. We already shortened our podcast. Bailey,
from like 90 minutes.
We've gotten no content out of this podcast. If you think we've gotten any content out of this podcast so far, you're wrong.
Well.
What?
I don't know. Just wanted to say well. You want to do viewer question?
No. That's at the end. Bailey, you're disrespecting the format of this podcast, and I don't appreciate it.
Okay.
If I'm being honest here.
Fine. What do you want to do in the future then?
Oh my god, why you gotta be enthusiastic? You said you wanted an exciting podcast.
What do you want to do in the future then?
Thanks, Bailey. Well, what I want to do in the future is, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm thinking somewhere in engineering, whether that's actual engineering or software engineering, which is programming.
I think I want to be Mr. Killian.
You want to be a teacher?
No, specifically Mr. Killian.
You want to absorb him?
I want to be him.
That's
He's
pretty fucking weird.
just
I'm
amazing.
sorry for swearing, everybody.
Couldn't do it.
Actually, I said fucking.
You couldn't do
So-
it.
Well, you're being pretty fucking weird. At a point! Yeah, hey, so future Colby, do you think you could edit out that time I swore?
But then I won't be right. Hi,
And
future Colby.
Bailey will be so wrong. At the point!
Oh.
So, yeah, I don't really know what I want to be. Bailey is gonna be Mr. Killian.
Mm-hmm.
I just think there's so much pressure to, like, know what you want to do for the rest of your life. For, like, potentially, like, 50 years.
Well, if you think about it, you could do something for 30 years, and you could do something else for 30 years.
And retire when I'm 80.
Or you could work in an office.
That sounds quite boring.
60 is the new 40 for people born today.
Yeah, that's because the old people right now, the baby boomers, are taking all our Social Security money.
Mm-hmm. So maybe
Darn it.
50 is the new 40 for us.
What is your opposition to the movies?
What movies?
Just going to the movies in general. You seem to have quite an opposition towards it.
I don't have an opposition.
It's like the easiest thing to do. You just sit in a place for like 2 hours and then you leave. And you have experienced something magical. That took 100 years, 125 years of innovation to allow you to sit in that movie theater and stare at a screen for 2 hours and really absorb ideas through that.
Just don't like going to the movies that much.
Why? What do you like doing? Sitting at home?
I don't know. I like living my life.
What is your life?
Amazing.
That's what we call a non-answer, folks.
It's full of sleeping. And
Bailey would rather sleep than experience something. You heard it here first.
I really would.
Okay,
I
well,
can dream.
that's...
Then I can do anything.
Yeah, but oh my god, they're still doing the Minecraft movie? Sick, dude. 2019.
Captain Sparkles shut down his channel.
Why?
Because he's like, I have spent so many years playing this 3D game or block game. It's time to do other stuff. So he started a new gaming channel or something like that.
Why couldn't he just keep his regular channel and say, I'm not doing Minecraft anymore, everybody?
I don't know.
Okay. So, yeah, maybe I'll do coding. Coding seems fun just to, do. Seems like I could work from home if I needed to, or at an office.
I would not want to work from home.
Would you like me to read out this week's box office top 10?
Sure. What's number 10?
All the Money in the World.
What's number 9?
Coco.
What a good movie.
8 is The Darkest Hour. 7 is Molly's Game. 6 is Ferdinand. Ferdinand didn't make any money.
Ferdinand the Bull.
John Cena. Oh my god, stop.
Thanks, Siri.
This is a professional podcast, Bailey.
Did you see the Jimmy Fallon thing with the robot Sophia? Where she's like, I won. And she's like, this is the perfect way to start taking over the human race. It was really creepy.
Oh yeah, the sex bot.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's honestly where, like, the robotics industry is, like, really going. It is.
No?
Like, so much money is being poured into, like, sex bot manufacturing
Wow.
and designing. Like, why? Like, we could be manufacturing things at, like,
That's such a waste.
20 times the rate of, like, of other countries if we put the same amount of money that we did in a sex bots into manufacturing bots. Okay, Pitch Perfect 3 is number 5. The Greatest Showman is number 4. Star Wars The Last Jedi is number 3. And here's something out of the blue.
Didn't that come out on Christmas?
No, it came out the week before Christmas. 2 weeks, actually.
Okay.
Here's a little thing. Insidious, The Last... I can't see what it is because it doesn't show the full title. Actually, it probably is. The Last Key. They don't want to say The Last Chapter, Bailey. The Last Key has made more money this week than Star Wars. And then... I'm going to do my Jumanji review. It's not very good at the end.
I heard a lot of people liked it.
It's the death of creativity. People only like it because there's actors that they know in it. The regular public is just stupid.
Of course.
I'm smart. But they are. That's like how a lot of normies didn't like Star Wars The Last Jedi, but then the critics who actually knew what they were talking about really did like it. So
Oh, the critics.
look at it was like 95% for critics and like 49 for like audience. So yeah, the critics who like.
But the critics aren't the ones that are gonna put a ton of money into it.
Yeah, but the critics know what good movies are most of the time. Sometimes they can be up their own arses. I can kind of swear if it's in British, right? That's how it works.
I guess so. If you really
Oh,
want to.
bollocks! Oh, you get your knickers in a twist. Get it? Because your last name is Nickerson.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty funny. Thanks, Bailey. I feel like this was our almost least creative episode as of to date. To date, yes.
There was always episode 3. I don't think anything can be worse than that one.
I don't know. I feel like we'll get there someday. Maybe we'll get there today if we really drop it off the rail this time. Because do people like less structured, like rambling? Like, I feel like it's opposite sides of the spectrum. There's like rambling, no structure, and then there's robotic, nothing. It's
Maybe
just
we
way
need
too
to
structured.
find a cool middle.
I feel like, yeah, episode 2 is our cool middle.
Well, maybe we should just strive to be more episode 2.
Maybe we should talk about Nazis. Is Nazis where we go back to? We're always talking about, we talked about Nazis in this one. Führer.
That's true, we did talk about Nazis.
Let's talk about how people think that the Germans in World War I were Nazis, and they're wrong. They were not. They were not Nazis.
I mean, the Nazi,
The Nazi Party.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't really a thing.
It was not a thing. Hitler rose to power in 1928. Same year that Steamboat Willie came out. It's a little fun fact. Mickey Mouse. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
An appeasement kind of started.
Did you know Snow White was only 14?
Yes, I actually did know that.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
TBH.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it was like in a medieval Europe. Like a feudal Europe. Because that was, like, Game of Thrones is like that. Well, actually, the books are Daenerys, and the books is 12. When she's married to Khal Drogo, who's, like, regular human adult age. You know?
Human adult age.
That's real creepy.
Yeah.
Why is that a thing? Why not just marry people that's your age? You know? Why, like, there has to be, like, there's just, like, there's 2 lines, and, like, each line is sticking out on one end. Why not just push those 2 together?
What about Celine Dion and her husband?
How old is Celine Dion's husband? Like 1?
He was 70
Oh,
something when
God.
he died. And then they just had twins a couple years ago. And now he's dead.
How old is Celine Dion?
Like 40 or 50.
Oh, well, at that age, it's fine.
Isn't that
That's
contradictory?
like, how old is Melania?
Around the same. But isn't that
No. She was like 20 in the 90s.
No, she's in her 40s.
Be true.
Melania Trump?
Yeah. No, 'cause she was still like, she was like young in the 90s, dude. Please confirm this.
She's 47.
Yeah, Trump is, whatchamacallit?
Like 70 something.
That's not the same age. Oh, you meant as Celine Dion and
Yeah.
her husband. Yeah, I thought you were trying to say that Trump and Melania are similar ages.
No.
And that's not the case.
No.
Do you think it's just money, or do you think she actually loves him?
Money. Definitely money.
But, like, why would she stick with him through
Money.
the presidential campaign? She's not getting money from that, is she?
Oh, I don't think she can leave now. I think it was funny how his first wife, or his second wife, one of his wives was all like, I'm the real
Lie.
first lady.
That's kind of sad. That's not something you want to be bragging about when you're in the Trump White House. Do you want to talk about Fire and Fury?
Nah.
Wow.
I don't really know anything about it. But I do think it was funny how they pushed up their published date when Trump tried to block it.
We're going to open up our libel laws. That's my Trump impression. Do you like it? Fire and Fury. Let's see.
Lollipop.
Let's see. Content. What chose the title of Fire?
Your mic is upside down.
Oh yeah, so in Fire and Fury, the author detailed. Well, actually, no. Maybe I'm thinking Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon was talking about how Trump was like, I am not ready to be president. I should not be president. And he's like, I should be president. Like, he basically copied the plot of South Park.
It's so crazy
What a world.
how he's our president.
He's not my president.
Like, there was this FBI lady,
Hashtag not my president.
and he called her little Korean girl.
Oh, I
Wonderful
think it was Pretty
Improvement.
Korean Lady, actually.
Something like that.
But it was,
And
I
it's
mean-
just, like, accepted now.
I mean, when you're rich, you can do anything. Grab him by the pussy.
Oprah 2020.
No.
I mean, if our choices were Donald Trump, Oprah Winfrey, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Oh, and Kanye. Don't forget Kanye.
Oprah is like already pretty like presidential as it is, so I would go with Oprah.
Yeah.
I feel like she would fight for more equal rights.
But none of them should be president.
None of them should be president. Nor should Bernie, in reality.
Bernie. If Bernie was younger.
If Bernie was younger and didn't believe that the fight for 15 was legit, I would vote for him. I would still vote for him now, because I like I like the policy of, well, coal is dying as an industry, and low-skilled jobs are dying, but the government is going to pay for your education so that you can take high-paying, high-skilled jobs, you know?
I don't know. I think that's too good to believe.
I don't think it's really not. Like, if you have more high-skilled jobs, that'll,
Do
like,
you think everyone will follow through with that, though? I don't.
then that'll be their doom if they don't take the opportunity that the government gives them. And it's not like Trump's actually bringing jobs into the U.S. Like, he's just trying, at this point, he's trying to slow down the loss of jobs to countries that use, like, sweatshop labor. But he's not going to do that. It's just not going to happen. That's why we need to invest in renewable energy.
This whole podcast is just a ploy for your upcoming presidential campaign.
Yeah.
In 20 or so years.
I think I'd still be too young. When's the age limit? 38?
5.
35? Okay, yeah. Guys, unless I major in, like, political science or something, please don't elect me. I, Colby DeZan, endorse this message. Do not elect Colby DeZan. Also, that's not a good presidential name. DeZan. Like, oh, who are you voting for?
President DeZan.
President DeZan.
Like Underwood. That's a good one.
Yeah. Did he ever get to the office of the president?
Yeah.
Season 3?
I have no idea.
End of
They all
season
just
2?
went together.
Oh, okay. Well, too bad he touches boys, huh?
Yeah. Well.
But in the show, he touches girls.
And boys.
Does he touch boys? Oh. Maybe we
Kissed
should.
Meacham. It was really weird. They had a threesome.
Maybe we should have seen that coming. No. Maybe that was
I'm not sure how they...
Bailey.
It just fell.
Did it now?
I did.
No, you weren't fiddling with it at all.
I didn't touch it
Yeah.
once. I don't even take this abuse.
At Buka Bay. At Bailey Nickerso 2.
Underscore.
Oh my god,
I
stop.
forgot the underscore in both of them.
Okay, so, do you want to talk about stuff? What else do we have on that list? Is that it?
Oh,
listener question.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do you want to hear
now.
it?
Now.
Okay, I'm getting it.
Do it.
So our inaugural listener.
Question. Ooh,
Sorry,
baby,
I
I
was
love you.
More about Trump. Comes from Grace L.
Okay, yeah, maybe yeah.
From Salem, New Hampshire. Grace writes, "What is your biggest inspiration to do the podcast?"
For the wacky bits, it is Dynamic Banter. It's a podcast featuring Mike Falzone, Steve Zaragoza, from SourceFed. Rip SourceFed. Oh yeah, all the people from the original SourceFed are getting together again, and they're gonna do a thing. Even
What's
Joe
SourceFed?
Beretta. The fact that you don't know what SourceFed is actually really sad. So.
My biggest inspiration to do the podcast
Yes.
is the fame.
Yeah. Okay. Bailey's in it for the fame.
I actually have no inspiration to do it. I was told to do it, and I said
That's actually not true,
that'd be a cool idea.
Because I remember you weren't super psyched on it originally, and then Faith was like, oh, well, if I also do it, then we do it. And then Bailey, it fell through or something, and we just never did it. And then Bailey was like, actually, I think we should do a podcast. He sent me a text one day, and I was like, yes, let's do it. Give me $50. And then it happened.
Yes.
And that was the best money he ever spent, even though he hasn't paid me back fully, but
No.
it's okay.
It's $10. You want it today?
No, not that. Okay.
Would you like $10 today?
No, because you gotta get that Patriots merch. Nah, mean.
I'm also paying for parking.
No, we have parking passes.
Are you sure?
Yes,
I feel like you're lying.
we have parking passes, and it's like right on the stadium.
Say so. I was told to pay for something.
By whom?
Mis Padres.
Well, your parents are wrong.
Well, we'll see.
My dad will not accept your money, so just keep that in mind.
Well, if money secretly appears,
I'll actually slap you, and you will not be welcome into our home again, young man. You can buy your own pretzel. How about that?
I'll staple money to the walls.
That'll be really useful. Not
Yeah.
only cause property damage, but
I will staple
Okay.
money to
Bailey,
the clipboard.
what was your inspiration for sending me that text that said, hey, I think we should do a podcast?
I was listening to a podcast.
Well, there you go. What was that podcast? You can look on
Lore?
your phone if it's
I think
still
it
on
was-
there.
I think it was Lore. Yeah.
Lore? Okay, well,
Mhm.
then your inspiration was lore.
Yeah.
Bailey thought, hey, that'd be neat if we did a podcast. I could get famous.
Nah,
Is that correct?
I was like, ooh, that would be cool to have like stuff on iTunes to just go back and listen to. But now we're not on iTunes, so
Wow, Bailey, I didn't know you were so disappointed in the podcast.
my inspirations were
We'll be on iTunes someday.
some
We just need money.
lots.
Donate to our Patreon. I actually haven't checked the Patreon. Let's do that now.
There's no money
While
on
you
there,
talk
I
about
can guarantee you.
what if we had a secret donor that donated 1,000?
That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not gonna happen.
time
but
for no Colby in the room. So Colby just left. And
Can you at least give me a second, dude?
no, I meant you could stay.
No, it has to be legit. We are not a faker podcast.
Oh, you're taking the computer to. Oh, that's not the. Bye.
Don't talk about Animal High School.
What else is there to talk about? Fine. Welcome back to the Not Quite Millennials podcast. I'm not allowed to talk about Animal High School. So, instead, Let's talk about what's in here. There's a lamp in front of me. Life is like a lamp, you know. There's this big shade covering you. Just sometimes you just gotta break through like a flame going through the shade. And when that candle comes through and starts burning through the shade, it's free. It can turn into whatever it wants. It can turn into a forest fire. It can turn into smoke. It can go out in a nice little blaze. It can do whatever it wants as it exits the candle. It's kind of nice in a way. Wouldn't you all want to be candles in a lampshade? I know I sure do. But if we're being serious, I think he's gone. What if Animal High School had candles? So Colby's obsessed with candles, right? We all know that. What animal is Colby, and who would have a bunch of candles? Be somebody who can't see in the dark, right? Who can't see in the dark? Well, mouse can't see in the dark, mice. So Colby is a mouse with a candle collection to ward off the evil hawks. Who would be the evil lunch ladies? And that's that. Bye.
It's not a bye. It's... Whoa, Colby's in the room.
Whoa, Colby's in the room. Squeak, squeak. If you listened, you know what that squeak, squeak is referring to. Wink, wink.
I swear to God, if you talked about mice in the Animal High School,
I didn't
deleting
talk
the
about
pod.
mice. I talked about mouse. Specifically one who wears casual button-downs.
Are you saying that I'm a mouse?
Yes, and you should really listen to my reason.
I don't look like a mouse. I don't act like a mouse. Give me one good reason.
If you listen to Not Quite Millennials podcast, you'll hear my reason.
I will delete this podcast.
I was talking about how candle fire can burst through the lamp shade and become a forest fire, smoke, whatever it wants.
No.
And then I
You
decided...
know how fire works.
And then I decided that... Shut up.
Excuse me? You want to fight?
There were candles in Animal High School. What animal would need candles? It would be an animal that can't see in the dark.
Mice can see in the dark.
So mice get preyed upon by hawks who have great night vision. So I said this mouse would have a ton of candles to protect itself.
That's not...
So you,
that's
therefore...
the worst logic I've ever heard.
Are the mouse.
Also, mice can see in the dark. Why do you think they have huge beady eyes?
You are the mouse of Animal High School. With a bunch of candles.
I think you're the idiot of Animal High School.
The ferret.
Excuse me? Ferrets are evil, dude. Okay, well, looks like we gotta kind of close out the pod here. I'm gonna be honest, this wasn't great. It wasn't horrible. Just is what it is, yeah.
It was a not quite podcast. Ba-dum-bum.
That was in no way funny.
Follow us on social media,
Read
please.
out, give us money, dude. Just give me some
really,
money.
It's really sad when I post to Instagram and I get 2 likes. Y'all.
What it... I mean, to be fair, I get more likes than that, and I don't post, so...
Yeah.
I somehow get more likes than that. Please, guys, give us money, dude. I need money.
Oh, guests. Be excited for that. Guests are coming.
Yeah, it'll probably be Jess.
It'll spice things up.
Maybe Devin. Guys, everyone harass Devin if you want Devin to be on the podcast. I've been calling her Andy Mack for the past almost a year now.
Don't call Devin Andy Mack. She might have a heart attack.
Yeah, if other people start doing it, she'll probably actually stop going to school. She'll become homeschooled.
Poor Devin.
Yes, I've been psychologically abusing Devin for the past year.
Has it really been a year of Andy
Yeah,
Mack?
it had to have started
We were
in like
talking about it. We were trying to figure out, did it start this year or last year?
It started in science last year.
That's what I thought, yeah.
And I was still singing Hamilton, so it had to have been like before May. So it was probably around like April or March that I started calling her Andy Mac. So yeah, that's a long time. And I think it's time to decompress and really talk about that. So Andy Mac, whenever you're ready. Oh no. Devin, I'm sorry.
That's going to be a great episode.
It's going to be a great episode because I'm going to sprinkle some psychological torture sprinkles in there.
Now, Devin, you have to come on.
So yeah, guys, if you want to hear Devin on the podcast and really just talk about the torture she's been through for the past year, go harass her. Make sure that she feels like she's obligated to. Okay, so yeah, Jess will probably be the next guest. Maybe Andy. Maybe Devin. Wow, it's hard for me too.
It's hard for her too.
Yeah, it's hard for everyone. I don't know why whoever's doing that is doing it. In many ways, it's her fault.
Definitely. It's the victim's fault.
It's funny because we're watching this this movie about abusive relationships and health right now.
Oh.
With Fred Savage.
Is that the one with the girl who like dies?
Yeah.
Or she gets murdered.
Yeah, he kills her.
And then they find her and it's like,
whoa, she was in Full House. That happened in Massachusetts.
Who was it?
It was DJ from Full House.
Oh, I never saw it because I was in the non-fun health class.
Oh, were you in Cox?
I was.
COCKS?
No.
Like the Courtney variety?
COX.
So the Courtney variety? Okay.
But without the plastic surgery.
Oh, Bailey, this is horrible. We need to... Oh, no, we've almost surpassed an hour. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Give us money. Bye.